What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a good day. I know I am, and I have another topic to start talking about today.
Yo, we're gonna jump right into it, and we have the PS Now and the Xbox Game Pass. Pros and cons. Which one should you buy, or not at all?
Did you know that there's not even PS Now in Australia and Mexico? If you didn't know already, PS Now is a unremastered games and cloud services for the PlayStation store and stuff. And it's really bad, and it lags like really bad as well. And these games are just running in 720p, and it's just really bad, man.
My only thing is, like, what's the point of even buying PS Now?
Like, PS Now really doesn't have a purpose. Like, there's really no point of you buying PS Now
And having PlayStation Plus, because that's already like $60 for a year.
Yeah, like PS Plus is like the only thing worth for getting like stuff for PS4 or PS5 at the moment. Like, PS Now is just a scam.
But see, the only thing, like, it's just like going off of like a side subject was like PlayStation Plus. Like, you could there's actually rewards to it because you could play all the free games that they have every month.
Yeah.
And you have experience with that. You put me on to was that one game on PC? The DGR?
Oh, Deep Rock Galactic?
Yeah.
A mining game with like dwarves and like all sorts of abilities and crap.
Space Minecraft 2.0.
There was a bunch of games that are in the PS Plus like whole package that they do for games per month.
Yeah, but then like if we were to talk about the Xbox Game Pass, that's only on Xbox, and then PC people could take advantage of that. There's the remastered games on there. Like, someone could be enjoying World at War, one of the Call of Duties, and then someone just like on PlayStation and they're playing these games that are unfinished, and they're struggling to, like, they want to play, but then they don't know if they want to play because then it feels like a chore.
Yeah, like the reverse compatibility really comes into like play here, and it really shows that like Sony doesn't want to like change. They want to have multiple services that you're forced to pay.
Because I'm pretty sure the developers, they would be all for it if they could remaster it. But then like Sony sees it as, oh, they're losing money because like if they didn't have to buy the game again,
Yeah, it's definitely like a real situation with Sony. Like, they don't want to pay for old game services or anything. They just kind of want to go into the future now.
But my only thing is, like, at the moment, like, you could feel like I want the nostalgic like feeling of playing this old game. But then after playing all the newer games that are out, you're like, wow, I wish this game would have this in it. But that it's a whole separate like thing,
Yeah.
Because I think you can still get bored. Like, if I were to play Black Ops 2 right now, like, I'd be cool with it, but then I'd feel like I'd be bored like after a while.
I feel like I would really like to play the old games again, because that was a really like zombies was like my thing to do.
Yeah.
Or like old multiplayer, like in the early Call of Duties, like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. That was like the sweet spot for me. Like, that was peak gaming for the longest time. And that was like, because Black Ops 2 really carried so much that like the next like 3 or 4 games after it were just trash in comparison.
Well, I remember like back in the day, like we would play multiplayer on whatever game, whether it be like Battlefield or like Call of Duty, the current one, or like the one that had previous released. But like, we would set aside time, like, hey, this isn't fun, let's go play zombies. And we'd play Keynote or Toten and see if we could go past round 30 when that was like a tough thing. But now with like the newer ones, like in Cold War, it's fun, but it's not. But then like, it's the lack of content.
I feel like it's both the lack of content and the fact that Cold War Zombies isn't hard if you play it a decent amount.
Like, it's fun.
And it caps at 40, like level 40, like round 40. Like, like it starts to get only hard at that point, and it's only because they're only runners. And I don't know, games just don't hit the same way they used to.
And you know, if you have a newer console, like especially like if you have the PS5 at the moment, or like a new Xbox, there's not really new games on it, right? Like they're still like catering to like the older gens, quote unquote. You know?
The now older gen, like PS4.
I wouldn't have thought that though. Like the PS4 still seems brand new, but then again, I didn't have it when it first came out. You had it like
I didn't have it super new. I had it like when Black Ops 3 came out.
What would you say, like a year or two, maybe a year and a half?
I had it like whenever like Black Ops 3 had like its second or third DLC. I think it was its second. And it was like, I don't know. I felt like I was late, but I still enjoyed it for the year that it was still out.
Yeah, like I would hope to see that there's some reverse compatibility with Sony, but you never know. And then the recent news of Activision Blizzard being acquired by Microsoft, there was a rumor out there saying that then the next 3 CODs might be the last ones on PlayStation, and then you never know if like COD's gonna be an Xbox exclusive. But then I think that's like a majority of people that are cut off from their revenue.
Yeah, like a lot of people switch to like Sony, especially for the PS5, and it's kind of weird if you were to just cut them off completely.
Like I know there's
a lot of revenue.
There's people in the audience that probably play on PC, but like, and I know that's like the biggest fad right now, PC gaming, PC streaming.
Yeah.
But you have to kind of spend like a band though, and you have to like always buy these like cartridges, right? Like these.
You gotta buy like the newest gaming like parts and stuff, like a GPU, CPU, RAM,
graphics
like
cards. Like
how
often?
GPU.
How long did those last?
Those can last multiple years, but like
if you're
having excessive stress on it throughout like certain new games, it could put some like deep stress on your cards, I think, if you don't have it set up well.
Like if you have a game that just has so many like gigs for it, like if you played what was it, like the newer CODs and newer games in general, right? It's like you have to have an external storage because like,
Modern Warfare COD was just a mess.
What was it, like 200 and something?
Yeah,
like
for
gigs?
a console game, like 200, that's already like most of your console just spent on one game. They're really trying to get you to play one game solely.
And then what are you supposed to have? You get bored of that, and then you have the small games like Minecraft.
Like for us, like multiplayer was always like the main thing, but they made Warzone like the main draw and focus, and they only put their like effort into Warzone and stuff like that.
And then moving on, we were scrolling through Reddit, and you know, we saw like a funny post, or I thought it was funny because it was someone posting about how they were playing Scrabble, and I was really wondering like who out there is still playing board games. Like I know it's getting phased out because everyone's on electronics now, but like who's really out here buying Hungry Hippo, Yahtzee, buying Uno that's tearing families apart,
Monopoly, like just all sorts of games that are just really old right now.
I remember like what was it, the other day we went into Walmart and we saw a whole aisle with the board games and toys, and that aisle is always fully stocked. Like what, like one
it's
or
like
two
board games, toys, and like old movies, and sometimes new movies, but it's rare.
I feel like the kids nowadays, like if they were to get a Christmas present or a birthday present, and they get a board game, they're gonna be like, what is this ancient artifact?
Yeah, what is this old sort of system going on?
But I feel like you're just like, you have to be really bored to like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna play Scrabble. Like
yeah, like board games and stuff like that, it's just outdated nowadays.
Like it's cool and all, you could say, oh, I wanna play this, I wanna play jacks, I wanna play pickup sticks.
People don't even know what any of that is.
Playing marbles.
It's the digital age now.
Oh yeah.
That makes me feel old, and I'm not even that old.
Yeah. Then the whole thing is, it's like you don't have to buy the board games. You could download them on your.
If you liked the video, them drop a like. If you didn't like the video, put a dislike and tell me why you didn't like it. Also tell me why you did like it and what I can improve on in the future.